Matt Stepp with Dave Campbell's Texas Football here at the Texas State 7-on-7 Championships in College Station. I'm here with the new head coach of the Gunter Tigers, Coach Jordan Gill, before his guys get going in pool play. Coach, appreciate you taking a few minutes to chat with us.
Yes, sir, absolutely. Thank you so much.
First off, you guys are the defending 7-on-7 champs, along with the defending champs in the fall. I think you've won 3, 4, 5 in a row here. You guys have had a great run in the fall. So playing with a target on your back is something that I think Gunter is used to. But, this is a new group of kids. What do you coaches talk to your kids about, not only in 7-on-7, but when the fall comes, about how you handle expectations? And you're going to get everybody's best shot every game. So how do you guys kind of manage that?
Yes, sir. I think it's an opportunity to look in the mirror and say, hey, last year's team did those things. 2 years ago, those guys did those things. And this year, even though we won it last year, we're not at a mountaintop thinking that, oh, man, we're at top and somebody's going to come knock us off. We're at the bottom, just like everybody else, and we've got to climb that mountain. And so I think it keeps expectations in the right place for us, that we're not worried about what anybody else thinks. We're worried about, really the work we put in, the things that we're willing to do each day, and the trust we're able to build and the camaraderie we're able to build amongst each other to give us an opportunity to have another good year.
That's a good perspective to have, because you guys, you're undefeated, but you're also winless.
Right,
so you got to,
right.
Kind of build that up. And do you feel like that mentality has enabled you guys to maintain such a high level of success over the past, 10 plus years?
Yes, sir, absolutely. I think the standard is the standard, and every day, if you don't earn it, somebody else is, and so then you're falling further behind. And if you're staying status quo, that isn't good enough. And so for us, it's, hey, if it's not broke, don't fix it. We don't believe that. If it's not broke, let's find a way to continue to make it better. And so I think our kids embrace that. The young group, the old group. It's a good group we have coming, but we still got a lot of work to do.
Now, it's 7-on-7. We know it's not real football. The big boys aren't out here with the pads on, but I know anytime you guys strap it up, you're competitive. Your kids want to win, and y'all want to win, as evidenced by winning state twice here in the past recent memory. What do you want to see out of your guys today when they're playing? Obviously, you can't coach them. You're just back here a cheerleader like everybody else. So what do you want to see from your guys today?
I think competitive greatness. I mean, we're relentless. If somebody beats us and we play really well, really hard, tip our hat to them and move on. If we win a game and we didn't play very well because we didn't play very hard, that's something to be frustrated about. And so I think the competitive greatness of relentless effort, doing a really good job on all the fundamental things. And then I think on top of that, continue to build that trust. We do have a newer group that hasn't played a lot together. And so continue to build that trust with our route running, with our communication in the back end, just all those types of things I think would be a success for us today and tomorrow.
How are you now? This is your first tournament, first state tournament in the big chair. When you were an assistant coach, how were you when it comes to 7-on-7? Are you a guy? Are you hanging on every play? Are you just over here, gripping your chair and just ready to get fired up? Or are you pretty relaxed and pretty chill and let the kids kind of just handle it out on the field?
Yes, sir. I think it's kind of the duck on the water. I think maybe on the outside it looks pretty controlled, but on the inside I'm turning for sure. But it's just because we want our guys
like third and fourth downs,
exactly
right?
Yes, sir. Have an opportunity to get off the field or pick it up if we're on offense. But really just looking forward to seeing our kids compete. And I know that can be we're not nervous about any of that. We're excited for it, especially getting to be in a great venue and getting to play teams that a lot of our kids never get a chance to see. And so I think that'll be a lot of fun for them. But yeah, from the sidelines, it's one, man, we're wanting them to compete, and I'm over there hoping we get after it every down, regardless of score and time on the clock.
Looking ahead to the fall when the pads come on, we're still in summer strength and conditioning. There's still about a month before, camp gets started. Are there any positions that, hey, we're still looking for some guys to snatch those jobs, and if guys come in and put in the work in the summer, you can maybe win a starting job with a good summer. So what position groups are you and your staff kind of still looking at for guys to win jobs?
Yes, sir. We got a good problem. We have an offensive line that has some depth to it. We got 7 to 8 guys that are still competing for that maybe starting role, but we believe we have 7 to 8 that we can really rely on as well. So that's a good problem to have. And then on the outside as well, we're replacing quite a few guys, and we've had some guys step up and do a good job. I think of it more as a 1A and 1B, and they're just looking to continue to build that trust of knowing the playbook, understanding where they're supposed to be, but always making a competitive environment is good for the kids.
Now, you are the son of a head coach, Coach Gill, longtime head coach in the area. So you've grown up. You were a field house rat as a kid. You've been around it all your life. And so I'm sure you had a pretty good idea of what it was like to be a head coach. Now that you've been in the role for a few weeks now, was it like, if you called your dad and be like, I didn't have a clue, is it one of those deals where you don't know until you're actually sitting in that chair and you have to make all those decisions? Or did you feel like I was maybe a little bit prepared, or kind of how have you managed that being in the big chair?
I would say that I'm a little past just the normal novice, but that's only because I have people that I can rely on. I feel like if I wasn't a coach's kid, it would still be a big task. And thankfully, I know that I can't do any of this on my own. We have a great staff, and it's really nice that I've got his cell phone number and I can call him and text him. And honestly, he's probably screening some of my calls because I call him too much, but he's been a big asset for me, and along with a lot of other coaches that I've been able to make relationships with. And so it's definitely one of those, you think but when you get in the fire, it's a little hotter than you think it is. But I'm very grateful for the opportunity, and I know we got a good group to rely on as well.
Does that speak to the not just your dad, but I mean, you mentioned you've called other guys that you've worked with in the past. Does that speak to the network of Texas high school coaches that you can call another coach that maybe you could be a competitor against, and he's happy to trade ideas with you and help you? It just kind of speaks to that camaraderie that the coaches have.
Yeah, I think so. I think we all want the best product we can have on the field, and if that's you and I are playing against each other in district, in the offseason, we might have a conversation about how we run things, how we're looking to make things better, because all that does is give our kids, which is the most important part, the opportunity to be the best version of themselves and have the best high school career that they could possibly have. And so hopefully we're fortunate enough to be able to have those conversations, and we've been able to have a tight-knit group, and it's been a blessing for sure.
We'll let you watch your kids compete, Coach.
Yes,
good luck in 2025, and we appreciate what you do for student athletes in the state of Texas.
Yes, sir. Thank you all for spotlighting us.
Thanks, Coach.
Yes, sir.